most champions, most of them come from big camps. They come from like American Top Team or Rufus Sport or, you know, Tristar. These gyms that are like real established and have many, many, many world champions come there and train. You came from a gym that really doesn't, it's not a very big gym, doesn't have a lot of people, and you became one of the best fighters in the world from that gym.
It's not all me, you know. I think my training partners, they put in the time, and then even my coaches, you know. I think every single one of my coaches, I think they lived in crazy land a little bit too, so they kind of understand, you know. Some of them, I think only my striking coach is the only guy that actually fought MMA. Like my main coach, he never fought MMA. He wanted to. He trained, he wrestled, he did jiu-jitsu, he did some striking, but never did. And then my strength and conditioning coach never did. He actually just started training MMA fighters when I started with him, you know. So it was just all growing pains, and we figured it out. I don't know. We got put in positions where we're like, holy shit, we're really here, so let's do it, you know. Like, and the cool thing, they all kind of just moved to like, they kind of moved to the beat of my drum, but they kind of knew when to kind of like pull me back, be like, hey.
Well, that's the thought, is like, what is the best way to run a camp? Is it have a bunch of killers in a room like the Black Zillions or like American Top Team or a lot of these camps? Or is the best way have one dude that you have a bunch of really intelligent people concentrating on, and you get individual attention, and that's what you got?
Oh yeah, 100%. You know, like my coaches, like we started doing all kind of stuff, like when really focusing on stuff, like do this, do that, and then whenever we hit a roadblock with stuff, we always like, oh, what can we add? What can we figure out to get better, to get you better? You know, so I got like doctors, I got like masseuses, I got nutritionists, I got all kind of stuff. When you just have that much of in a room of the just smart guys, I mean, what is the saying, right? Like if you surround yourself around 5 geniuses, you're gonna become the 6th, right? So
yeah, it's that's the two schools of thought. The two schools of thought is be around a bunch of killers and you become a killer, or come from a small gym. And there's been other fighters, like Oliviera is another example.
Yeah.
Charles Oliveira. He's not in a big gym. He's not an American Top Team or anything like that.
Even Mighty Mouse, right? His gym is like...
Yeah, but he was with Matt Hume. Matt Hume is a special dude.
Yeah.
Well, he was a real pioneer of the sport.
That helps.
Fought way back in the day and was a judge in Pride and just has a deep understanding of MMA. Really smart. When you talk to him, like that guy understands fighting at a level very few people do. If the right athletes came to him and he put the same amount of time, he could develop many more of those kind of world champions into them as he did with Mighty Mouse.
For sure.
It's interesting. It's like some people think you have to spar hard.
Yeah.
And then you look at what you did and like, well, you don't really.
I mean, MMA is such a growing sport. Is there really a right way to do anything?
No.
Not really, you know, like with NFL and stuff or NBA or MLB, there's like, this is things that work. And it really didn't have to evolve. Like somebody special, like Steph Curry come in and like doing fast breaks and then he pulls up on a 3. Like olden days would have been like, what the fuck are you doing? Take that straight to the hole and lay it up or dunk it, you know? But he changed that game. But like, is there anywhere else you could really change in other sports? Not really, you know. Mixed martial arts is constantly evolving. Even like boxing is just a fine art, but it's like, what can you do a little bit differently, you know? But mixed martial arts is just, it's always learning, you know. Like it's just always, you start seeing different athletes come into the sport, into the area, and then they start doing different cool shit, you know. Like you see one guy in the UFC fucking backflipping, trying to land on people's stomachs and kicking them, you know. It's like fucking, it's crazy as shit. Like, is there any really way to go? No, you know, you just figure it out, and whatever works for you, you know. It's just like you. Is there a way for someone to be a Joe Rogan? Probably not. You just gotta go out there and work your ass off, and then just hopefully you're lined up in the perfect positions for certain deals, and you're there, you know. Like, that's it. Like, you can't tell someone to how to become a Joe Rogan or Elon Musk, you know, these fucking geniuses. Like, there is no way you can tell someone, oh, this is what you do and you're gonna get here, you know. It's just was just cool to see it all fall into place.